Hello students, welcome back to physics short classes. Today we are going to discuss about equipotential surfaces. In this lesson we are going to discuss about the definition of the equipotential surfaces and the equipotential surfaces for different charge configuration and also the properties of the equipotential surfaces. Let's begin.
If you are visiting this channel for the first time, please subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get the notification of the new videos.
What is equipotential surface? Equipotential surface is a surface with a constant value of potential at all points on the surface. Or equipotential surface is the locus of points having the same potential. If we consider a surface on which all the points are having the same potential, the value of the potential remain same. Such potential is known as equipotential surfaces. Now let us discuss the different equipotential surfaces for different charge configurations. First, a single point charge. For a single point charge, equipotential surfaces are represented by concentric spheres with the charge at its center. Either it is positive charge or negative charge. For both of them, the equipotential surfaces will appear one and the same. Now we are going to consider two identical charges. In the diagram, two positive charges have been shown. Here also, the equipotential surfaces are usually spheres, but they are not concentric. We can observe from the diagram that as we move outwards, the outer spheres, which are representing the equipotential surfaces, their centers will move towards each other. Now look at the equipotential surfaces for the electric dipole, which consists of two charges. One of them is positive, other one is negative. Here also there will be spheres, but these spheres representing the equipotential surfaces are again not concentric. But the centers of the outer spheres will move away from each other. How do we represent equipotential surfaces for uniform electric field? Look at the diagram. They are represented by equally spaced parallel plane surfaces. Why we need to study about the equipotential surface? Because equipotential surface is alternate method of showing the presence of electric field around a charge configuration. We have already seen that the presence of the electric field is also represented with the help of electric field lines. Both equipotential surfaces and electric field lines are used for the same purpose. But remember that electric field lines are more convenient than equipotential surfaces to visualize the electric field. Why is that? There are two reasons. One, equipotential surface for both the positive and negative charges are the same. It does not make any difference between them. But electric field lines will show the direction of the electric field also. At any point, equipotential surfaces are not capable of doing that. For these two reasons, electric field lines are more convenient. Let us consider the properties of the equipotential surfaces. work done in moving a charge from one point to the other in equipotential surface is always 0. As we know that every point on the equipotential surface is at the same potential. Hence, when we consider two different points A and B on a given equipotential surface, potential at A is equal to potential at B. When we move a charge from B to A, then work done in doing so. So that will be given by the definition of the electric potential. So work done is equal to Q into the potential difference. Since the potential difference is 0, work done is 0. For any charge configuration, equipotential surface through a point is normal to the electric field at that point. Look at the diagram. We can see that the electric field lines are represented as the lines which are moving away from the positive charges, and taking the charge as a center, if we draw concentric spheres, so it will be representing the equipotential surfaces. The electric field lines will be always along the radius of that sphere, and hence we know that radius is always normal to the surface. Electric field will be always normal to the equipotential surface. If this is not true, then it will be contradicting the first property. When the above property is not true, then electric field will have a component along the surface of the equipotential surface. Then the charge moving on the equipotential surface will start to experience a force. Hence, the work done on moving the charge on equipotential surface will not be 0. This contradicts the definition of the equipotential surfaces. Hence, it will be always normal to the equipotential surface. Two equipotential surfaces never intersect each other. Consider two different equipotential surfaces. Even though every point on each of them are at the same potential, since they are different equipotential surfaces, the potential of each of the equipotential surfaces are different. If they are going to intersect with each other, then at the point of intersection there would be two values or more than one value of electric potential, which contradicts the definition of the equipotential surfaces. Thank you for observing this video. Subscribe my channel for watching more interesting videos on physics.